The enigmatic billionaire. A life shrouded in mystery, Howard Hughes was a man of contradictions, a figure who seemed to embody both the heights of success and the depths of personal struggle. He was a billionaire playboy who became a recluse, retreating from the world he once dominated. He was a daring aviator who feared germs, a paradox that defined much of his later life. Hughes was a Hollywood tycoon who ended his days in hotel rooms, hidden from the world, a shadow of his former self. His life was a whirlwind of success, eccentricity, and ultimately mystery, leaving behind a legacy that continues to intrigue. Born into wealth, Hughes inherited his father's fortune at a young age, setting the stage for a life of opulence and ambition. He quickly developed a taste for extravagance and risk, becoming a fixture in Hollywood's social scene, where he was both admired and envied. Hughes's passion for aviation led him to break airspeed records and push the boundaries of flight, making him a pioneer in the field. He became a national hero, a symbol of American ingenuity and daring, celebrated by many. But behind the glamour and fame, a darker side of Hughes began to emerge, one that would ultimately consume him. He became increasingly reclusive, obsessed with germs and privacy, shutting himself off from the world. His behavior grew erratic, his decisions unpredictable, leading to a life of isolation and secrecy. The once gregarious playboy withdrew from the world, his life becoming shrouded in secrecy and solitude. Hughes's story is a cautionary tale of the perils of fame and fortune, a stark reminder of the fragility of success. It is a reminder that even the most successful and glamorous lives can be consumed by darkness, leaving behind a legacy of questions. The enigma of Howard Hughes continues to fascinate, a testament to the enduring power of mystery and the complexities of the human spirit. From Texas to Tinseltown, Hughes' meteoric rise. Howard Robard Hughes Jr. was born in Houston, Texas, in 1905. From a young age, he exhibited a keen interest in engineering and technology, often tinkering with gadgets and machines. His father, Howard Hughes Sr., made a fortune in the oil industry. The elder Hughes was an inventor and businessman, creating the Hughes Tool Company, which revolutionized oil drilling. The young Hughes inherited his father's business acumen and a relentless drive to succeed. He was determined to leave his own mark on the world, not just follow in his father's footsteps. He dropped out of school to pursue his own ambitions, quickly making a name for himself in the world of aviation. His passion for flying led him to break several aviation records. Hughes's early ventures in filmmaking brought him to Hollywood, where he rubbed shoulders with stars and moguls. His films were known for their high production values and innovative techniques. He produced lavish films, dated Hollywood starlets, and cultivated an image as a dashing, larger-than-life figure. His charisma and wealth made him a fixture in the Hollywood social scene. His success in the film industry further fueled his wealth and notoriety, making him one of the most recognizable men in the world. Hughes's name became synonymous with glamour and innovation, but Hughes's interests extended far beyond Hollywood. He was always looking for the next big opportunity, never content to rest on his laurels. He was a visionary entrepreneur, investing in airlines, real estate, and new technologies. His ventures often pushed the boundaries of what was possible at the time. His business empire spanned multiple industries, solidifying his status as one of the wealthiest men on the planet. Hughes's influence was felt in many sectors, from aviation to entertainment. Hughes's early life was a testament to the American dream. He embodied the spirit of innovation and determination that defined the era. He was a self-made man who achieved unimaginable success through sheer willpower and ambition. His story inspired countless others to pursue their own dreams, but beneath the surface the seeds of his later eccentricities were already being sown. His relentless drive and perfectionism would eventually take a toll on his mental health. The seeds of eccentricity. Hughes' withdrawal from the world. As Hughes's wealth and fame grew, so did his eccentricities. His lavish lifestyle was marked by an array of luxury cars, private jets, and yachts, symbols of his immense fortune. He became increasingly private, shunning the limelight that he once craved. The man who had once thrived on public attention now sought refuge behind closed doors and heavy curtains. The pressures of his business empire and the scrutiny of the public eye took their toll, leading Hughes down a path of isolation. The bustling city streets and crowded press conferences became too much for him to bear. A series of plane crashes in which Hughes himself was injured fueled his growing obsession with safety and control. These traumatic events left him physically and emotionally scarred. He became fixated on germs, taking extreme measures to avoid contact with the outside world. His fear of contamination led him to wear gloves and masks, and to avoid physical contact with others. His behavior became increasingly erratic, marked by unpredictable mood swings and unusual demands. Those around him witnessed a man who was losing his grip on reality. Hughes's inner circle, once comprised of Hollywood stars and business associates, dwindled to a select few trusted confidants. These were the only people he allowed into his increasingly insular world. He retreated from public view, preferring to conduct his affairs from behind closed doors. The once public figure became a shadow, hidden away from the world. His once sharp business acumen became clouded by paranoia and indecision. The pressures of his empire weighed heavily on him, leading to a decline in his mental clarity. The world watched in fascination as the once gregarious Hughes transformed into a recluse. His withdrawal became a topic of public intrigue and speculation. Rumors swirled about his mental state and the reasons behind his withdrawal. The media and public were left to wonder what had driven him to such extremes. The man who had once seemed invincible was now seen as a tragic figure, consumed by his own demons. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the isolating effects of fame and fortune. The Vanishing Act. Hughes disappears from public view. In the early 1960s, Howard Hughes vanished. He disappeared from his penthouse suite atop the Desert Inn in Las Vegas, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. The world was left to speculate about the whereabouts of the enigmatic billionaire. Hughes's disappearance marked a turning point in his life. From that moment forward, he would live in the shadows, moving from one secluded location to another. His world shrank to a small circle of aides who catered to his every whim. The reasons behind Hughes's disappearance remain a subject of debate. Some believe he was seeking refuge from the pressures of his business empire. Others speculate that his reclusiveness was a symptom of his deteriorating mental health. Whatever the cause, Hughes's vanishing act only added to the mystique surrounding his life. The world was captivated by the mystery of Howard Hughes. Where had he gone? What was he doing? The answers, it seemed, were known only to Hughes himself and his tight-lipped inner circle. The Howard Hughes myth, speculation and intrigue in the shadows. In the years following his disappearance, Howard Hughes became a mythical figure. Rumors about his whereabouts and activities swirled in the media. Sightings were reported around the world, each more outlandish than the last. Some claimed that Hughes was living in a remote compound, surrounded by armed guards. Others insisted that he was traveling the world incognito, using aliases to avoid detection. The lack of concrete information only fueled the public's imagination. Conspiracy theories flourished. Some whispered that Hughes had faked his own death to escape the pressures of his life. Others believed that he was being held captive by his own aides, who were manipulating him for their own gain. The truth, as is often the case, was likely far less sensational. Howard Hughes was a man struggling with his own demons, seeking solace in isolation. The myth that surrounded him was a testament to the enduring power of mystery and the public's fascination with the lives of the rich and famous.